There, folks, coming to you live from the streets of Mullingar, and a big day is coming up, a new celebration, a holiday as well. It's St. Bridget's Day on Sunday, but I'm here with Mullingar's historian Ruth Illingworth to give me a little bit of insight into St. Bridget. Ruth, how are you getting on?
I'm grand, Rain. It's a beautiful morning as we prepare for this new bank holiday weekend. This will be the third time, I think, that we've celebrated St. Bridget's weekend, the bank holiday. And she, of course, is the co-patron saint of Ireland, along with St. Patrick. And her feast day, February 1st, is also the old Celtic festival of Imbolc, which is the Celtic Spring Festival. There was a goddess called Bridget. Her name means the bright and exalted one, who was kind of patron goddess of, among other things, crafts, poetry and fertility. Particularly she looked after the young animals at the lambing season, times like that. And then the saint, who lived from around 450 to 524, she was probably born in County Louth. There's some stories that her mother was actually a slave. Somewhere in the Midlands of Ireland, various locations have been suggested, including Kilbride near Milltown Pass, or the Hill of Croghan, or out at Clare near the Hill of Ushnock. She met Bishop Mell and she wanted to become a nun, but the story is that when he started to say the words to make her a nun, he used the wrong formula and instead he made her a bishop. So she became Bishop Bridget, the first woman bishop we know of in Irish Christian history, and probably the last until Bishop Patricia's Story was consecrated as the Church of Ireland Bishop of Meath and Kildare in 2013. So we actually have a woman bishop in this part of the world again now. And there are a lot of places around Mullingar that have connections with Bridget, holy wells, including the lovely well out at Cullion, here the fish farm, which was restored by a local committee in the 50s and again in the 1990s. It's a beautiful place. The pupils I know of St. Bridget's School go there every February the 1st, and they say there are also wells out the country. Streamstown has Bridget's well that's said to have a cure for sore eyes, and they close to the Hill of Ushnock, there's the beautiful well at Clare, which is beside a convent that she's said to have founded in that area, and again it's been lovingly restored and looked after by the local parish. So she's a saint who is honoured all across Ireland. So the St. Bridget's crosses, of course, an old tradition that was dying out, but I think it's been coming back again, and the cross is kind of a symbol of the sun and a symbol of life. And Bridget was so associated with Ireland that Irish women who emigrated to America in the 19th century were generally just referred to as Bridgets or biddies, in the same way. The men were all paddies and the women were all Bridgets or biddies.
As well as that, she was involved at Kildare as well, because there was a candle lit, isn't that correct?
That's right. Kildare Cathedral stands on the site of a monastery that she founded, along with a man called Conlett, Bishop Conlett. It was a kind of double monastery for men and women. Conlett looked after the men, she was in charge of the women. It was one of the major pilgrimage sites of Ireland, and included a sort of eternal flame that was kept burning every day by the nuns, by the abbesses who succeeded her. It was put out by the Anglo-Normans, who kind of didn't like it, sounded a bit too pagan for them. But it's been brought back in the last few decades, because in the 1990s a new order of nuns, the Bridgentine sisters, came to Kildare. They've set up a lovely retreat centre there, Solid Bridge. So the fire is burning again there. And of course the fire is associated with the old goddess Bridget, light and heat, and she was described, I think, as sort of like a dart of fire. So as the goddess Bridget lived under Croghan Hill, which of course you could see all over the Midlands, and she was said to live under the hill making pots, because she is the patron of crafts. And she worked, of course, many miracles, as all the Irish saints did, and one that I particularly like is that she turned large quantities of water into vats of beer.
My God.
So I'm not sure she's actually the patron saint of brewers, but perhaps and publicans, but perhaps she should be. But that was one of the miracles of Bridget.
And as well as that, are you doing anything yourself for St. Bridget's week or day or anything?
I was giving a talk yesterday, to a couple of talks in the Mullingar ICA group, and over to the clients in the daycare centre in St. Mary's. I'll be giving a talk to Farm Families organisation in the Bloomfield lunch on Friday. And I'm out on the Hill of Ushnock on Saturday. We're planning events to mark Imbollocks and Bridget's Day out there, but I'll be doing a tour there for a camogie group from the Southern Gaels camogie players on Saturday. And there are a lot of events I think going on all over the country to mark St. Bridget's Day, St. Bridget's weekend, and it's also February the 1st, as well as being St. Bridget's feast day. It's also a feast day in honour of her immediate successor as Abbess of Kildare, a very important position in the church in early Christian Ireland. A lady by the name, I think, of Darvan Luga, I think that's how her name is pronounced, who was devoted to Bridget and is described as being her bed warmer.
Can't beat a bit of bed warming this time of the year.
There's like a hot water bottle, a living hot water bottle.
Ruth.
She became abbess after Bridget died, exactly a year after her. Bridget died on the 1st of February 524, and Darvan Luga the following year. And she too is a saint, so it's a great time to honour Bridget. She's honoured all over the world. The relics of her in Portugal and churches in Wales, St. Bride's Church in London. She's honoured at Glastonbury and Somerset and many other places, and of course in Downpatrick and in Louth and in Kildare. So very, very happy Láfeile Bride to everybody.
You're a legend, Ruth, I'll tell you. She's a fountain of information. If you're ever looking for a tour, contact Ruth Illingworth, and she can bring you all over Mullingar and create some fantastic imagery of events that have happened in many years.
We're here beside the main street of Mullingar, and there was a very ancient road we're running along where this road is now, and it's quite possible that when we walk around the town of Mullingar, and that we're actually literally following in the footsteps of St. Bridget's on our missionary journeys.
There you are. I can't say any more. Thank you a million, Ruth. Just when you walk down the street, I met Ruth. I was looking for her all day. I rang her, and then I walked down the street and I met her. Bye for now.